Sahih al-Bukhari 1951. Narrated Abu Sa'id. The Prophet said, "Isn't it true that a woman does not pray and does not fast on menstruating? And that is the defect, a loss, in her religion." Sahih al-Bukhari 1952. Narrated Aisha. Allah's Messenger said, "Whoever died and he ought to have fasted the missed days of Ramadan, then his guardians must fast on his behalf." Sahih al-Bukhari 1953. Narrated Ibn Abbas. A man came to the Prophet and said, "O Allah's Messenger, my mother died and she ought to have fasted 1 month for her missed Ramadan. Shall I fast on her behalf?" The Prophet replied in the affirmative and said, "Allah's debts have more right to be paid." In another narration, a woman is reported to have said, "My sister died." Narrated Ibn Abbas, a woman said to the Prophet, "My mother died and she had vowed to fast but she didn't fast." In another narration, Ibn Abbas is reported to have said, "A woman said to the Prophet, my mother died while she ought to have fasted for 15 days. Sahih al-Bukhari 1954. Narrated Umar bin al-Khattab. Allah's Messenger said, "When night falls from this side and the day vanishes from this side and the sun sets, then the fasting person should break his fast." Sahih al-Bukhari 1955. Narrated Abdullah bin Abi Awfa. We were in the company of the Prophet, on a journey, and he was fasting, and when the sun set, he addressed somebody, "O so-and-so, get up and mix sahih with water for us." He replied, "O Allah's Apostle, will you wait till it is evening?" The Prophet said, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." He replied, "O Allah's Messenger, if you wait till it is evening." The Prophet said again, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." He replied, "It is still daytime." 1. The Prophet said again, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." He got down and mixed sahih for them. The Prophet drank it and then said, "When you see night falling from this side, the fasting person should break his fast." Sahih al-Bukhari 1956. Narrated Abdullah bin Abi Awfa. We were traveling with Allah's Messenger, and he was fasting, and when the sun set, he said to someone, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." He replied, "O Allah's Messenger, will you wait till it is evening?" The Prophet again said, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." He replied, "O Allah's Messenger, it is still daytime." The Prophet said again, "Get down and mix sahih with water for us." So, he got down and carried out that order. The Prophet then said, "When you see night falling from this side, the fasting person should break his fast," and he beckoned with his finger towards the east. Sahih al-Bukhari 1957. Narrated Sahl bin Sa'di. Allah's Messenger said, "The people will remain on the right path as long as they hasten the breaking of the fast." Sahih al-Bukhari 1958. Narrated Ibn Abi Awfa. I was with the Prophet on a journey, and he observed the fast till evening. The Prophet said to a man, "Get down and mix sahih with water for me." He replied, "Will you wait till it is evening?" The Prophet said, "Get down and mix sahih with water for me. When you see night falling from this side, the fasting person should break his fast." Sahih al-Bukhari 1959. Narrated Abu Usama from Hisham bin Urwa from Fatima. Asma bint Abi Bakr said, "We broke our fast during the lifetime of the Prophet, on a cloudy day, and then the sun appeared." Hisham was asked, were they ordered to fast in lieu of that day? He replied, it had to be made up for. Ma'mar said, I heard Hisham saying, "I don't know whether they fasted in lieu of that day or not." Sahih al-Bukhari 1960. Narrated Ar Rubi bint Muawid. The Prophet sent a messenger to the village of the Ansar in the morning of the day of Ashura, 10th of Muharram, to announce, "Whoever has eaten something should not eat but complete the fast, and whoever is observing the fast should complete it." She further said, "Since then we used to fast on that day regularly and also make our boys fast. We used to make toys of wool for the boys, and if any one of them cried for, he was given those toys till it was the time of the breaking of the fast."